Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody had a safe, wonderful, blessed 4th of July. This morning, I just want to say thank God that we are here. We're still alive. We made it through another night. So we have another opportunity to serve and do the will of God. Main thing I want to talk about this morning is the main question that we always ask is why? We always ask the question why. We complain, why I gotta go through this, why it had to be my family, why it had to be my kids, why I fell out with my boyfriend, why my marriage didn't last, why this, why my kids so disobedient, why I'm not being blessed, why my neighbors got this and I ain't got that. It's always a why, but we never ask the question of why as in a positive way, saying, I wonder why God chose to wake me up this morning. I wonder why God blessed me the way he did. I wonder why God was able to allow me to feed my kids off of $3.75. I wonder how God been blessing me to make it back and forth to work, to pay these bills with this gas prices so high. I wonder how I'm still able to provide for my kids when these food prices are high. I wonder how my lights are still on when I didn't even have the money to really pay these bills. I wonder why God blessed me with people who, you give them where I'm going with it. It's like we'll ask the question why, but we won't really ask the real reasons why. The reason why things go the way they go in our life is because God already done wrote our life out from the beginning to the end. The reason why things are going all off a track is because we trying to rewrite what God has already written. And we can't do that. You can't use write out for what God has written for your life. You cannot use an eraser. You cannot scratch out the things that God has said that you're going to do, the things that you're going to say, the way you think, the way you walk, talk. God knows the things that you're thinking. God knows your heart. So we got to understand when something goes wrong in our life, we got to understand God allowed that to happen for a reason. Maybe it's because it's trying to get your attention. If you get outside this morning and your car won't start, don't get out there tomorrow. I paid my car. No, my car paid for it. Why my car won't start? Say, Lord, I thank you because you might be preventing me from having an accident or being involved in something that I don't need to be involved in. It was protection over my life. Lord, I thank you for the reason why whatever I can't find my keys. I'm late for work, but I thank God that I'm late because something else major could have been going on. So we have to be able to give thanks in every situation because trust and believe there's something good that's going to come out of those situations. So before you ask the question why and get to complaining, say, okay, well, maybe God got something else for me to be doing this morning. Maybe I need to call off work. If you get that little urge to say, well, some of y'all don't take this in a natural. Don't take this in a natural flesh. Think about it in a spiritual way. Like, okay, God, I thank you for just the distractions in my life. I thank you for. Hold on, just a sec. Okay. Well, I thank you. Yeah, just be able to thank God for certain things. Like we don't know how to accept what it is for what it really is. We always got to be overthinkers and we always got to question God. But why not you? Why not your family? Why not you go through things? God, why you blessing me the way you blessing me, and I'm gonna go out here and mess up again, and you know I'm gonna go out here and mess up again. See, we don't ask those type of why questions. So before you even get to complaining and asking God why, I just want to say this. Like I used to always say, God, why me? Why me? And when I asked God why me, God showed me exactly why you. First of all, it's you. I chose you. You're going to go through these things because it's going to wake you up. It's going to shake you. It's going to move you. It's going to get you out your comfort zone. Because if I had told you already what I got for you, you ain't going to put in as much work to get it. Because people, you know how we are as people. We'll sit and say, baby, I'm chosen. God gonna bless me. God got me. So I ain't got to do the work. I ain't got to put in the work. God saying, yes, you do. You got to do that work. You got to do what you're supposed to be doing. You got to do what I put you here to do. I'm not gonna just bless you and you don't put in no work. Because I'm gonna give you everything that belongs to you, but you got to work. You got to work for it. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the action. Stop asking me why. Why I ain't getting no money. Why she got the money. Why she got blessed. Don't worry about why she did or why he did. Don't worry about why your marriage didn't last. Don't worry about why your kids acting out, being rebellious and disobedient. Because guess what? We are disobedient to God. God is our heavenly Father. So therefore, just like your kids are being rebellious and being disobedient to you, we being rebellious and disobedient to our heavenly Father. We have to do just what God said he wants us to do. We got to serve God. We got to give him our all. And asking God why it ain't gonna do nothing but allow him to show you why. Why I had to go through that relationship. Why I got my heart hurt. Because you giving your love and your all to the wrong person. Give it to God and God gonna give you what you need, baby. You can't find love in a man that you didn't have in your father. You got to go to your heavenly Father and get that love first. You got to love yourself first. Why that relationship didn't last? Because God said that ain't the man that I got for you. That ain't the woman I got for you. That's not your soulmate. You trying to tie yourself with somebody that's only in your life for a reason and for a season and for a lesson and for a blessing. So we take these people and we think, oh, I'm so in love with this person. He gonna be my soulmate, girl. That's my husband. God sitting here looking at you like, if only my child knew. I'm going to allow that woman to hurt him. I'm going to allow that man to hurt her. And she going to realize that pain is going to hurt. Why it hurt so bad? Because God telling you to let it go and you still ain't let it go yet. You still holding on to something that God trying to tell you to let go of. If you let go of it, trust me, I got better. So that's why. So when you want to ask the questions why, all I'm saying is you got to elaborate. Think about why. Yeah, really, why? And some people get discouraged and we get to holler about, if there was a God, there is a God. Trust me. Trust and believe me. One thing you don't want to do, you don't want to doubt God. You can have doubt and you can go to God and say, God, I got a little doubt. I'm losing my faith. I'm low on hope. Like, can you please renew my strength, renew my mind? Lord, what is it that I need to be doing? Why haven't I been able to stop and turn away from what I'm doing? Give me the strength to do something new, to do something better, to please you. What can I do to make you happy, to make you say, well done, my child? If you're going to ask the question why, we already really be knowing the answer, but we just got to ask why anyway. But then when God started revealing the answer to us, we don't even want to accept it. We'll sit here and ask God why, and God give me a sign, but then when God give you that sign, you be like, nah. God, give me another sign. God will give us 10, 12 signs through music, television, in your dreams. You got to just pay attention to everything that's around you. Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to who you got in your circle, who you involved with, what you're doing, what you're listening to, what you're watching, what conversations you having. And then when stuff start stirring up in your life, you will know before you even ask the question why. You'll say, okay, I see what it is. And sometimes you got to pay attention to the signs that you get, because the devil, he know God's work, and he hear you when you praying and crying out to God and trying to seek the face of God. The devil don't want you to realize who you really are. Everybody walking around with these alter egos and they giving themselves these names, and God saying that's not even what you are. That's not even who you are. That's not how you are. When people say, oh, that's just me. That's just how I am. You got to accept me for who I am. No, baby. It's time to elevate and grow and change that mindset and change your attitude and change the way you think. And I'm telling y'all this because this is how I was. My attitude was like, okay, you say something to me, I'm going to say something back, and we're going to just be going back and forth at it. But now it's like I have changed my mind. I have allowed God to come into my life, and I'm glad that God accepted me and that it wasn't too late. So all I'm saying is, before it's too late, before we get to questioning God and we get to asking why, just sit back and self-evaluate. Self-evaluate. Check yourself. And I promise you, the answers to the question why will be right there in your face. So think before you speak. Be slow to anger. Don't be quick to criticize God and discredit him because things are going wrong in your life. You got to check yourself and say, well, maybe this went wrong in my life because I supposed to be doing that. But instead I chose to do this, and God just showing me like, hey, go back to the drawing board. But y'all have a safe Tuesday. Be blessed. Be productive. Be encouraging. Encourage someone else. And always put God first in all that you do. Allow God to order your steps and lead you in the right path. Y'all be blessed.